everyone, it's your teacher, Dr. Campos-Stein, today with another amazing experiment. So today I'm going to show you a chemical change using a bottle and a balloon, okay? So before we get started, I want to kind of talk to you a little bit about chemical changes. Okay, so when one or two molecules interact to create a new substance, that's when you know you have a chemical change. So here bonds are broken or they're created, heat is absorbed or released, and some of the signs that we can get from when we have a chemical reaction is when there's odor is produced, a gas is produced, heat is produced, any color or any sound, okay? As a new substance is made, okay? So, and this happens, let me give you some examples. So when you burn wood, when you go ahead and you cook eggs on the stove, when you bake bread in the oven, right? The same thing that you put on the stove top, like your eggs, they don't look the same as when you cook them. So that's a chemical reaction, okay? The color of the yolk changes, the color of the egg whites change. When you're baking a piece of bread, you go ahead and you put your dough inside the oven, and what you have afterwards is totally different than what you put this in. A physical change is totally different because the matter of the structure, the matter is not changed of the molecules, okay? So one example of that is when you go ahead and evaporate alcohol from something, when you go ahead or evaporate water, or when you freeze water. It changes how it looks, but it doesn't change the structure of the molecules. Okay, and some other examples of a physical change are melting ice, shredding paper. You shred paper and you cut it into little pieces, but it is still paper, okay? But if I were ahead and went and burned the paper, that wouldn't be paper anymore. It would just be ash, a whole different substance, okay? So today I'm gonna show you a really quick experiment where we're gonna go ahead and mix an acid and a base, and because of that, we're gonna create a new substance, which is gonna be a gas. Okay, for our base, we're gonna go ahead and use a baking soda, and for our acid, we're gonna go ahead and use our vinegar. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our empty water bottle, place our funnel on top, and we're gonna fill this bottle 1/4 of the way, okay? Okay. The more vinegar, the more baking soda you add, you're gonna have a bigger, or you're gonna create more gas, okay? So that should be good to inflate the balloon. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on this for a while. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab my balloon and I'm gonna go ahead and start stretching it out. The more I stretch it, the better it's gonna be when the reaction occurs. Okay, so for our experiment, we're gonna be using white vinegar, a balloon, a funnel, some baking soda, and an empty water bottle. Okay, for our base, we're gonna go ahead and use a baking soda, and for our acid, we're gonna go ahead and use our vinegar. So we're gonna go ahead and grab our empty water bottle, place our funnel on top, and we're gonna fill this bottle 1/4 of the way, okay? Okay. The more vinegar, the more baking soda you add, you're gonna have a bigger, or you're gonna create more gas, okay? So that should be good to inflate the balloon. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put the top on this for a while. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab my balloon and I'm gonna go ahead and start stretching it out. The more I stretch it, the better it's gonna be when the reaction occurs. So let's go ahead and stretch the balloon. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stretch it, making sure we don't pierce the balloon. and stretch the top too, the mouth of the balloon. And we're gonna go ahead and put it around a clean funnel. Okay, do not use the vinegar one. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and create it because you don't want the vinegar to touch the baking soda at all. Okay, you wanna have, because once you do that, you're gonna have the reaction, and then you're not gonna have, the gas is gonna be produced, and then it's not gonna work anymore. Okay, so you have to kind of keep them away from each other until we are ready. And we're gonna go ahead and pour our baking soda in here. And I like to, I guess this is enough. This is how much I like, the little, just to make like a little round ball of baking soda in your balloon, okay? So once you have this ready, okay, you're gonna take great care, okay? Because you're gonna have to place this, the mouth of the balloon, on the mouth of the bottle. Okay, so what you're gonna go ahead and do is very carefully, okay, and if you need somebody to help you with this, go ahead and get some help from somebody, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and place my balloon, making sure that none of the baking soda falls into the vinegar, okay? So this is the moment of truth. Once you guys have this, this is ready to go, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and push this back so that you guys can kind of see, okay, what happens with the balloon. Okay. So, ready? Let's count off. 1, 2, 3. And right away, you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and move this around because there's more baking soda in here. Okay. Oh, geez. Okay. So you guys can kind of get to see the balloon. And I kind of held this together. But one of the things that, okay, we can see the chemical reaction because there's gas in here, right? We created gas when we mixed the vinegar with the baking soda. And then another indicative that we did a chemical reaction is the fact that this is really cool. So if you're filling your balloon, right, it's cool that the gas that's produced is very cool. Okay, so like I said, when you're doing a chemical reaction, the way to know that that's a chemical reaction is because either heat is produced or heat is taken away, okay? And the fact of the matter is, when the baking soda and the vinegar combine, in order for the chemical reaction to happen, all the heat needs to be absorbed. So all the heat gets taken away from the both of these ingredients, and that's what creates this, okay? So we can know that that's for sure a chemical reaction. So I guess the more baking soda, more vinegar you use, and then if you wanna go ahead and give this a little shake, maybe it'll produce more, but as you can see, this is your chemical reaction, okay? And that's it, guys. So you saw how fun that was? We created a chemical reaction, we created a new substance, which is the gas that is in here. And I hope you guys enjoy this. Thank you for watching. See you next time.